Earlier this week, Bob Tucker was signed by the Minnesota Vikings. He left the New York Giants in a huff. Well, he has Minnesota right now ahead of Atlanta. He caught the touchdown pass thrown by Fran Tarkenton. 14-7, the Vikings lead Atlanta. It has been a tough game. Washington, Philadelphia. Joe Theismann, quarterback in the Redskins today. He has thrown 2 touchdown passes to tight end Gene Fugett, 23-10 in the third quarter. Cincinnati comes in with Kenny Anderson in the second half. They lead Houston and John Hadle right now, 10-3 in the fourth quarter. Cleveland getting even for losing to Kansas City on the last Sunday of last year, 30-0 in the third quarter. The New York Jets and New England. Grogan with a couple of touchdown passes, one to their top draft choice. Stanley Morgan of 52 yards. Morgan a burner. He's got 4.4 speed. In the fourth, it's 24-13, the Patriots. San Diego now trailing Miami 13-7. That game is in the fourth quarter. Clarence Duran intercepted 3 for San Diego in the first quarter. And, of course, 16-0 at the half. Chicago leading Green Bay. Detroit and Dallas right now. Cowboys on the move. 3 seconds left in the half. 20-0 in the second quarter. And the game you're watching, Los Angeles leading New Orleans by a score of 20-17. That's at the half. And the NFL today will continue on CBS after these messages from your local station. This has been a big afternoon for the defensive backs. So in honor of that, we turn to Irv Cross to start our highlights.
Okay, in the fourth quarter down in Atlanta, the Atlanta Falcons, in a real tough defensive battle, has been indicated lead 14-7 in the fourth quarter. And early in the game, Fran Tarkenton going to the air has a pass picked off by Rollin Lawrence, and he brings the ball up around the 49-yard line, setting up a scoring opportunity for his Falcon teammates. And Scott Hunter takes advantage of it right away, going to the air, hitting Greg McCreary. The tight end who's backing up Jim Mitchell, who's out with an injury today, and he draws first blood for the Falcons. They lead 7-0. Tarkenton comes back, however, in the second quarter with a touchdown pass of his own as he goes to the air to Sammy White, who hauls it in for a 55-yard strike, 7-7 in the second quarter. In the third quarter, the biggest run of the day, Chuck Foreman rambling 51 yards down to the Atlanta 1-yard line. But don't go away, folks. It's not over yet. It takes Minnesota 3 plays, and finally from the 6th, Fran Tarkenton rolls out his brand-new tight end, Bob Tucker, touchdown, and Atlanta leads 14-7 in the fourth quarter.
So Minnesota is ahead right now by those 7 points, Irv. And Fran Tarkenton, you know, has been intercepted 11 times already this season, and only 8 all of last year. New quarterback of Washington, Joe Theismann. Philadelphia against the Washington Redskins. Now, when you play the Redskins, they say, get to the outside with some speed. Well, the only trouble here on this play is that the Eagles cough it up, and Joe Theismann has got a chance to show George Allen and the Redskin brass what he can do, and he did it quickly. Gene Fugett is tied in for 1 touchdown. It became 7-0. Shortly after that, Theismann and the Redskin offense went to work again. And the former Notre Dame star backed out this time and looked for Danny Buggs. Buggs down at the 15-yard line. Theismann's second touchdown pass of the game to Fugett again, and it was 14-0. Eagles didn't quit. They haven't all year under Vermeil. They just haven't got the talent that the top teams have. Here's Betterson, ran it in. But the Redskins are very much in command, and I've just been handed word that Bartkowski now warming up on the sideline for Atlanta. Irv?
Atlanta, of course, Minnesota does lead that game 14-7 in the fourth quarter. But in the game you're watching, the Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears, of course, are doing battle as they always do. And the Bears have a halftime lead of 16-0. And Walter Payton is the man, of course, who sets the pace. Payton here goes down to the 5-yard line early in the game, setting up a Johnny Musso touchdown run. And Chicago took a 6-0 lead, missed the extra point. Walter Payton once again, this time goes all the way from the 6-yard line, touchdown, and the score right now at halftime, of course, is Chicago 16, Green Bay nothing.
And over the fourth quarter, New England leading the New York Jets by a score of 24-13. Okay, the reason for that pause is that one of the networks went back to the ballpark. Let's us now resume with some highlights. We have got Detroit against the Dallas Cowboys. Let's take a look at some of this action. Cowboys' only unbeaten team. Herrera kicks a field goal 45 yards, and the Cowboys up by 6. Mark Washington intercepts this pass by Landry, and here comes the return. Irv, these defensive backs are going wild on this Sunday afternoon. Billy Joe Dupree caught this 15-yard touchdown pass from Staubach, and it became 13-0. Detroit made only 2 first downs in the first half. Cowboys get it again on that interception by Hegman. Scott Laidlaw will be on the other end of the Staubach pass. 23-0 at the half. The Dallas Cowboys, the only unbeaten team in the NFC, rolling right along, Irv.
I tell you, I wish I could give you a highlight because I'm not quite sure of the package.
That package.
All right, let's go. LA and New Orleans right now, of course, during battle down to the Superdome. Let's take it right now. Pat Hayden starting a quarterback, scrambles around here and picks up Harold Jackson in the end zone. 18-yard touchdown. Rams lead 7-3. Ron makes a nice play here for the New Orleans Saints on a key fourth down run. Takes the ball down to the LA 3-yard line, setting up a scoring opportunity for the Saints. Galbraith does a rest, goes over, and New Orleans led at this point in the game 10-7. For third down and 9 on New Orleans' 14-yard line, you see a blitz here from the strong safety Chuck Crisp, which sets up another series of plays. Let's see this Blanchard punts down to Bill Waddy, who fumbles the ball when he's hit here. He's going to be hit by a swarm of New Orleans Saints, and Pat Hughes picks up the ball for the Saints and sets up a field goal opportunity for the Saints. And they take a field goal. Lois Groom catches the touchdown pass. They take a 17-10 lead. Pat Hayden doesn't give up, however. He comes back to his favorite receiver, Harold Jackson. He makes the catch, 17-17 at that point. And where are we now in that game, Jeff? I'm not sure.
I think they're watching us. I think they're still okay. Bartkowski now is in the game for the Atlanta Falcons. They're trying to come back against Minnesota.